If you've been thinking of starting your e-commerce business and you've been looking around doing some research, this is the perfect time for you to start. There is so much growth happening with the e-commerce. It keeps growing each and every day. So you don't want to miss out on that. You have to make sure that you get started right away because you don't want to be left behind. This is the time for you to jump in and get the piece of the pie. So if you've been thinking of starting your own e-commerce business, start your own brand, this video is going to be helping you. Especially if you're a beginner, this video is going to help you out and take out all the stress and confusion of where to start when it comes to starting your e-commerce business and building your own brand online. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Rudo and here I share tips and tricks on how to build, market and scale your online business. If that's something that you're interested in, make sure you subscribe, turn on the notification button so that you don't miss any other videos like this where I share tips and tricks on how to build, market and scale your online store. If you've been thinking of starting an e-commerce business, starting your own online brand, this is the perfect time for you to get started. The e-commerce business keeps on growing each and every day. There's so many e-commerce businesses being started every day and people are growing their brands and making success with that. So if you want to join into the e-commerce business and build your own brand, this is the perfect time for you to get started. Do not wait anymore. So if you're looking to know how exactly to get about starting your own e-commerce brand, this video is going to be the video that you've been looking for. It's going to help you out, take you step by step on how to build your e-commerce business so that you can get started. So when it comes to e-commerce business, there are two different types of e-commerce models. There's the dropshipping model where you are kind of like the middle person right between the supplier and your customers. So you create your website, you get people buy products, and then you get to buy that product from your supplier and get the supplier to ship that product straight to the customer. So you're like the middle person. You don't get to touch the product, you don't get to see the product, you don't have to hold any inventory. The customer just get the product which has been sent straight from the supplier. And then there's the traditional e-commerce business where you buy products in bulk and then you sell them for a markup price, and then you are the one who's responsible for fulfilling those orders and sending them to your customers. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about the traditional part where you're going to be creating your own e-commerce brand from scratch. Even if you have a small budget, I'm going to be showing you exactly how you can get to do that. Because here we're all about building our own brands that we can build, become a big business, then you can sell them down the line if you want, or it can be part of your own legacy if you want. So there's so many businesses that have started out small and they've become big brands. Yeah, if you're aware of Fashion Nova started off as a dropshipping store and now they're a big brand. The same thing with the Gymshark, started off as a small brand, now it's a huge brand, right? And also another one which started off small is Glamatics, which is now a big brand as well. So you yourself, you can do the same thing, start off your small brand and build it up as you go and be a big brand as well. And yes, you can build that big brand as well. There is space for everybody, there's enough customers for everybody there, and there's enough money for all of us to make out there. You just have to get started with building your own brand. So the first thing that you have to do is to decide what niche you want to be or niche you want to be in, right? So there's so many different areas or niches that you can focus on. There is the health niche, there is the wealth niche, there is the finance niche, there is the real estate niche, there is the love and relationship niche, and then there is also the travel niche. So you have to pick which area, which niche would you like to focus on. And then in that niche, the next thing that you have to think of is what problem would you like to solve in that niche? What are you interested in solving? So, because as entrepreneurs, we are out here to be solving problems, right? So you have to think of what kind of problem you want to solve in that niche. So if it's the health niche, what kind of problem are you looking for? Is it the weight loss? Is it for people to build muscle? What is it? And then once you decide what kind of problem you want to solve, you start thinking of who is that person who has that problem. So you have to be really clear on who's going to be your ideal customers for the product that you've chose, which solve the problem that you've said you want to work with, right? So you have to really narrow down and really think about it and write it all down in a paper to say, okay, my ideal client that I want to work with, that I want to be serving with my products, these people who are having this problem. and my product is the one which is going to be solving this problem. And you have to really write it all down about who is your ideal client, where they're at, what is the pain and the pain points, what is the frustrations, what are the goals, what are the desires, where they're located, what kind of things do they like. All that you have to really write it down and get to really understand your ideal client, because this is also going to help you out when you get to the end, when you're marketing to them. But you can start off right now doing that work of really dialing down who is your ideal client. So once you have decided on that, and you've decided on what product that you want to sell, you need to do a little bit more of market research, right? You have to look to see who are your competitors in the market, who's already selling that product that you want to sell in your own business, right? And then look to see what kind of things are they doing to make themselves stand out, and what kind of comments are people making about those products, what are they not happy about, and what of those things that they're not happy about that you can improve or make changes with your own product to address those things that are not being met by your competitors. So this will help you to differentiate yourself, and this will help you to have a competitive edge when you actually come out with a product that you're going to be using to solve those problems that they have. So you have to do some of that market research to see what's already happening in the market, right? And how are people already solving that problem that you want to solve, and what kind of products are they using to solve that problem, so that you can have a feel and idea of what exactly your product is going to be like, and what is going to be your angle you're going to be using to attract your ideal customers with your business. So once you have done some of those research, you can even check like Facebook pages of those competitors, check their ads. You can check on like Amazon, check all the comments on the review comments to see what are people saying. And you can do like Google Trends to see if there's a trend happening already, or with that industry that you've chosen, or is the decline happening with that product, right? So you have to do all this research for you to get an idea of what's going on in the market and what's going on with the product that you've chosen, right? So that you know how you're going to be making yourself differentiating yourself from your competitors. So that's part of being an entrepreneur. You have to do some little research so that you're equipped enough to then provide a good solution that people are going to be happy with, because you've already done that research to find that out. And when you're doing that research, don't overthink it, don't overcomplicate it. Don't use this as an excuse for you to hold yourself back, because now you're like getting all overwhelmed with what's out there, right? Just do a quick one. Don't overthink it, don't overcomplicate it. Just write down what your findings, and then use that information for you to make the decision of your product and services. And once you have now decided what product that you want to do, now this is the time when you get to go and look for the suppliers. So you can go to places like Alibaba. I've done a video before that you can check here, how you can source your products from Alibaba. Because now that you know the product that you have, you just have to go to Alibaba, look for suppliers who's going to be able to produce the product that you want to get to sell in your e-commerce business. So once you found your products from Alibaba, you get them to ship to you, right? Whilst you're waiting for your products to arrive, this is the perfect time now for you to now do some other stuff that you can do whilst waiting for your products to arrive. So it can be things like getting to register your business. So I'm not an accountant, I'm not a lawyer, so you have to look into this yourself, depending on what your location you're in, your country, your state, everything that where you are. You have to now register your business according to where you are located, right? How you can go about that. The rules and processes are all different depending where you're located. So you register your business according to where you are, how you register business. And then after you register your business, you need to open a separate account, because you want to start off at the beginning separating your finances from your personal finances to your business finances. So you need to have a different bank account and a different bank card, so that you can do all your transactions for business in that bank, so that you're not mixing your personal stuff and your business stuff, because that will become a big headache when it comes to time to do your taxes. So do it at the beginning. Separate your personal finances and your business at the get-go. You'll thank me later on, trust me. And then once you choose, you have your own separate bank, and now you have to choose how you're going to be tracking all those transactions that are happening in your business, whether you want to use Google Excel or whether you want to use a software to track all the bookkeeping stuff for your business. So I use Wave app, which is free, that you can check out yourself, and then you'll be able to track all the expenses and transaction in your business, and make sure you're keeping all your receipts so that you'll be able to have one place where you can find all your stuff down the line, right? And have a system of how you're going to be tracking your expenses, whether you want to do it weekly to put it all in your software, or you want to do it monthly. You choose, but you make sure you keep tracking of all the transactions that are happening in your business and keep it all organized. That way it doesn't give you headaches down the line when you need to have access to all that information. You have it all organized already. So once you have all that done, the next thing that now you have to do is to come up with a logo for your business. So with the logo, you can use software like Canva. I've also did a video over here of how to create free, simple logos with Canva. If you're not a graphic designer and if you're not willing to put some time to create a logo, you can always outsource it to Fiverr or to Upwork, where you can find freelancers who can create a logo for you. And when you're creating your logo, make sure you create a logo which is simple. Do not complicate the logo. You want it to keep it simple, keep it clean, because all this complicated logo will become really complicated, especially when you're coming to creating your labels, which is the next step, right? So make sure you choose a logo which is simple and clear, and make sure you, when if you're getting someone to create it, make them create a different variation, a black and white, a black logo, a white logo, and one with a transparent background, so that you'll be able to use your logos when creating like labels or your websites or anything else, right? So make sure they give you different files for you when they create that for you. So once you have your logo, now you can now create your labels for the products that you have bought, right? So you have to make sure you could design your labels, create them if you can create them yourself, or again, you can outsource that to someone on Fiverr or Upwork to create those labels for you, so that when your products come, you can put the label on those products, or you can get those labels, the templates or whatever, sent off to your supplier to put it on your products if you have ordered a big amount, because it all depends on how much you have ordered and how much is the minimum MOQ for them to do some customization or putting in a logo on your products. Some of the suppliers will require you to order like 1,000 units or more for them to put any logo on their products for you, right? So it all depends. But if you had ordered just a small quantity, then you can create your own labels and be able to put on those products once they come to you, right? Then you can label it yourself. So I always advise you to start with a small quantity. Don't go ahead and get thousands of these products. So make sure you just order a small quantity, because you want to test those products. Even if you've done your own research, and all the true validation of your product will come when people actually buy your products. So your market will let you know whether this product is going to be a successful product, so you don't want to be stuck with thousands of products. So make sure you're just ordering a small amount, test it out, and then later on you can reorder more when you're out of stock, right? So you've created your logo, you've created your labels. Once you have your products, now you can label your products, and then you can take nice pictures of those products. And then the next thing that you have to do now is to buy a domain name. So you have to buy a domain name of your business, the business name that you chose. Or when it comes to your business name, make sure you choose a simple name, a plain name, nothing with nothing too complicated, because you want to make sure that the name you're choosing, you'll be able to use it for a different product, right? Just in case this one, you change your mind, you want to go into a different field completely, right? So if you were to come up with a name like beauty skincare or something like that, right? That's going to tie you into skincare. So if you had to change your mind to go into health and fitness, you can't use the same name because it says skincare, right? So you have to make sure you use a generic name, that way you'll be able to easily change it around, or change the business or change the products that you're using without having to change your name again, because it's quite expensive to be registering businesses with different names all the time, right? So make sure you choose a generic simple name for your business, and then down the line you can always do whatever you want to do, right? So once you have your domain name, make sure you can be so creative with the domain name. If you can find the one with your business name, right? So let's say it's taken and it's coming up with the domain name which costs like $2,000. Don't spend that much money. You can always be creative with the name. Either you can change, if it's an S, you can change it to a Z or whatever, right, to make it a little bit creative so that you can find a domain name which is at a reasonable price. And once you have a domain name, now you can create your website. So with your website, there's so many platforms out there that you can use to create your websites, to have your store, host your store on, right? So I use Shopify, so I'm going to be talking about Shopify, but there's so many other websites or platforms that you can use to host your online store. So with the Shopify, it's very simple, easy. They got so many themes and that you can use to customize it so easily to the way and feel that you want to go with, or to the look that you want with your brand, right? So they make it really easy. They make it really easy, so you can check it out and try it out yourself to see if that's something that you like. So now you have to create your website and make sure it's a nice website, easy for people to navigate. You're using nice pictures which are so clear to make it easy for people to convert, and using the nice description of your products, which talks about the features and the benefits of the products, so that you're speaking to your ideal customers, that you've done the research at the beginning and talking about the pain points and what they're looking for, the desire in your description. That way it makes it easier for them to convert, because they'll be like, okay, this is the product I've been looking for, this is what's gonna help me with my problem, this is what's gonna give me the desired outcome that I've been looking for all this time. So make sure you get to do that. I also have a video on how to create a Shopify store that you can check out here, and it walks you through the whole process from the beginning to the end of how to create a nice Shopify store that's gonna help you sell your products with ease. Once you have your website up and running, now you can choose the social media platforms that you would like to, go on and create your own business pages on those platforms. So it can be Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, wherever your ideal client hangs out on. Those are the platforms where you are now going to go on and create pages for your business and start creating content on those social media platforms that you have chosen for your business, so that you can start showcasing your products, talking about the problems and the solution that your product provides, so that people can start seeing that you're out there, start seeing your products, and start seeing how you're going to be helping them to solve their problem, and your angle of how you're going to be positioning yourself online. And when you start doing this, you're going to start getting some trickle of traffic coming to your website. And make sure on your website you've put a way for people to leave their email address, because now you can start collecting those email addresses of people who are coming to your website, and then you'll be able to market them back using email marketing to say, hey, I saw that you're interested in our products. If you're still interested in it, here's a chance for you to still buy that product, and then you can use some little incentives like a discount to get them, a little push to buy that product that you have. So now that you have your social media platforms, you've already started creating your content, which is part of that content marketing, right? Now you also have to have a good marketing plan. How are you gonna get the word out there for people to know that you exist? Because it's nice to have nice products, it's nice to have a website, but if all that is just there and no one knows that you exist, what is the point? You need to have people to know that you exist. So this is where marketing comes down to, and this is where most people also struggle with. So each and every day, somebody new needs to know that you exist. You need to be marketing your business each and every day. So you have to make sure that you have a little bit of a budget for you to do your marketing. So there are two types of marketing. There's organic marketing, and then there is paid marketing, right? Paid advertisements. So with organic, that's you creating content on those social media platforms that you've chosen, where your ideal clients are. So you'll be creating content each and every day, sometimes multiple times during the day, because you want to get in front of your ideal customers, give yourself enough opportunities and chances for you to get someone to notice that you exist, right? So depending with what platform you are on, you have to be creating content constantly. So when it comes to organic marketing, it takes so much time, so much of your effort for you to be creating all this content and posting it frequently on those platforms that you've chosen where your ideal client in. But with time, as you continue doing it, because you have to be consistent when it comes to content marketing, you have to be consistent with it. And then with that, you can create some traffic that's coming to your site through your content. And then with the paid advertisement, so you have things like influencer marketing. So with influencer marketing, this is where you find someone with some form of influence, and then you contact them and ask them to market your products for you. So either you can give them your product and then they can talk about it to say, hey, this product is whatever, right? And then they'll ask their audience to, you know, give it a try or check it out, right? Or you can pay them for them to do that. So some people will accept your products as a form of payment, or they want monetary value for them to do the same thing, talk about your products, right? So you have to decide, what is your budget? Do you have a budget to pay for them, or do you want to offer your products as a form of payments? So it's up to what you guys talk about. You do your negotiating with those influencers that you choose, and then with that you'll be able to get some traffic coming to your site and start making some sales. And also with the influencer marketing, I also have to make sure that you have to also check your expectations, right? So it's like any other marketing form. There's no guarantee that it's gonna work the first time, right? So you have to keep that in mind, because I see a lot of people be like, oh, I used this for influencer and nothing really helped, or they this, that, blah blah blah. It didn't work, right? So there is so much when it comes to influencer marketing. You have to be patient, you have to always do it often, and you have to be consistent, and you have to make sure that you do the research to make sure you're choosing the right influencer for your brand, and then you'll be able to get sales and success from that. So that's influencer marketing. And then the other form of the paid advertisement is actually doing advertisement, running ads. So you can choose what platform you want to run ads, right? You can be Facebook ads, you can do Instagram ads, TikTok ads, YouTube ads, Pinterest ads. There's so many platforms where you can do ads, right? So when it comes to ads, you are paying a bit of money to those platforms for them to help you come in front of your ideal customers. So you have to learn the whole process of running ads for it to be successful. Don't just jump on doing it without having good knowledge of how to run ads, because you're gonna be making those platforms or the owners of those platforms rich. You just be giving them money freely if you're not quite familiar of how to run ads. So make sure before you jump to do that, you educate yourself on how to run ads. So I'm just going to be talking about Facebook and Instagram ads for this video, and then for other platforms you can do the research, or you can let me know if you want me to cover that in the next video. So when it comes to Facebook and Instagram ads, it's one of those platforms which has been around for a while, right? And the marketing platform is quite mature. They know their customers really well. They have so much information on us, all of us, right? If you're using Facebook and Instagram, they have so much information about who you are, what you like, right? So they can help you out when you are a business owner to get you in front of your ideal customer. So it helps you to target, narrow down to exactly who you want to buy your products. So when it comes to Facebook and Instagram ads, you have to make sure that you set up your business manager, you have everything all set up, and then when you're running ads, make sure that you are always using conversion ads when running ads, because we're gonna go straight to getting purchases, right? Especially when you have a small budget, you don't have the a big budget to be wasting money on all these other different strategies, right? We're gonna go straight to conversion to get sales in our business, and then when we make more money, we can then reinvest that money back to getting more inventory or scaling up our ads as well. So when you choose your conversion ads, you have to make sure when it comes to your targeting, you're targeting the gender of your product. So if it's a women product, and it's for sure a women's product, make sure you're just targeting women and the location of where those people are. And then when it comes to the interest, you can choose whatever interest you have done the research on. Who is your ideal client, right? What are they interested in? Are they interested in weight loss? Are they interested in skincare? Are they interested in beauty? Who are the people they're following, right? Is it people like Kylie Jenner? Are they interested in Rihanna? You have to know all those things, right? And what kind of behaviors do they have, right? So all this will help you now to target those people using those interests and behaviors and location of where they are, right? And the age and gender and all that. And then don't overthink it. Just choose just choose the interest, because the whole key with coming to Facebook is about testing. So as you're starting off at the beginning, you're all going to be testing to see which interest is going to work for your business, right? So you're going to choose 5 to 10 ad sets with 5 to 10 interests that you're going to try out depending on your budget. And then each ad set is going to have one interest in each ad set that you're going to test to see how much to see which one is going to work for you, which is going to bring you some sales. And then after that, you're going to choose your budget, how much, depending on how much you have, right? But to start off with, start with a small budget to say $5 to $10 for each interest. And then you choose how many ads you're going to be using. So let's say you choose 3 creatives that you're going to be creating. So either an image, a video, or a carousel for your ads, right? So you choose all that. So you're creating your creatives that you also have to test to see which creative is going to resonate with your ideal client. And once you have your creatives, you set up your ad set. Now you can publish your ad, and then you have to monitor it to see which one is going to be bringing you more sales. And then you turn off those that are not bringing you any sales after 3 days, and then you scale up those that have brought you sale, and then within your KPIs, which are your key performance indicators. As long as you're making money, not losing money. If you're losing money, turn those ads off. So with ads, it's very powerful. It's a very fast way to start getting sales in your business, a very fast way to start testing your products, a very fast way to actually validate your product. So when people are buying it, then you know you have a good product. And when you're starting making money, you can reinvest that money to buy more inventory and scale up your ads, and you are in business. And start making a lot of money with your business and keep growing it to whichever heights you want to take your business to. So I hope this has been useful for you guys. It has given you a clear steps of what you need to do for you to get started with your e-commerce business as a beginner, and then you can actually get started. Do not wait anymore. This is the perfect time for you to get started, and do not overthink it. And if you have any questions, please let me know. I'm here to help you. So I hope this has been useful. Make sure you share with others that might find this video useful as well. And don't forget to subscribe, turn on the notification button so that you don't miss any other videos like this, where I share tips and tricks on how to build, market, and scale your online business. So for now, stay strong, stay positive, and continue building the business that you love. And I'll see you next time, guys. Take care. Bye.